Daughters, let me tell you why grace mode exists, why I'm stepping into this, and why I'm speaking now. I've watched what's happening to us. I've watched how loud the world has become. I've watched how easily we get pulled into arguments, conflict, and chaos, especially online. And I've watched how Black women are losing something precious in the process: our grace, our composure, our softness, our dignity. Social media has become a battlefield. Every day, Black women are fighting to be understood, fighting to be chosen, fighting to defend their femininity, their character, their worth. I know what it feels like to fight battles you never asked for. I know what it feels like to be pulled out of character. I know what it feels like to lose your peace trying to hold your ground. And I also know what it takes to pull yourself back. Grace Mode was built out of my own journey, my own unraveling, my own healing, and my own decision to rise above people who weaponize their opinions, their preferences, and their power. I learned how to carry myself with grace when everything around me felt like war. I learned how to stand tall without raising my voice. I learned that grace is strength. Grace is discipline. Grace is power. And grace is protection. Why me? Because I lived this. Because I survived spaces that tried to break me. Because I know how easy it is to become hard, bitter, loud, and reactive when the world keeps poking at your wounds. And because I also know how to turn all of that into discernment, softness, and stability. Why now? Because daughters are tired. Tired of arguing, tired of defending, tired of being misunderstood, tired of carrying the weight of everyone else's opinions. We are losing ourselves in conversations that don't honor us. We are losing our femininity in battles that don't grow us. We are losing our identity in debates that don't feed us. We need a new posture. We need a new standard. We need a new definition of beautiful. Graceful is the new beautiful. Grace Mode is a space where we reclaim that, where we rise without noise, where we move without chaos, where we elevate without explanation. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being intentional. It's about choosing who we want to be, even when the world is showing us who not to become. I'm doing this because I want you to have what I needed when I was unraveling. I want you to have guidance, clarity, and a path back to yourself. And I want you to know you don't have to fight to be powerful. You don't have to shout to be heard. You don't have to harden to survive. You can move with grace. You can stand with dignity. and you can rise with discernment. And you can become the most powerful version of yourself quietly. Welcome to Grace Mode. Let's rise together. I am Dolores Michelle Peters. And remember, I love you and I need you to survive. Bye-bye for now. Grace Mode is a movement for daughters who refuse to lose themselves in a loud world. It's a space for women who want to reclaim their composure, their softness, and their personal power. It is the new standard for how we show up, respond, heal, and elevate. Grace Mode was created for Black women who are tired of chaos, tired of arguing, tired of explaining, and tired of being pushed into masculine postures just to survive. We need a new way, a higher way, a healthier way. Grace Mode will teach you how to respond without reacting, protect your peace without apology, move with discernment, not emotion, stay rooted when others want you rattled, remain soft without being weak, carrying yourself with dignity, not defensiveness. Grace Mode exists because power doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be aggressive. Real power is controlled, centered, intentional, and graceful. In a social media world that rewards chaos, Grace Mode rewards clarity. In a culture that normalizes conflict, Grace Mode normalizes calm. In a society that challenges your femininity, Grace Mode strengthens it. Graceful is the new beautiful, and Grace Mode is your pathway back to it. Please like, share, and subscribe for more Grace Mode. Let's activate.